Hey guys, it's Anya. Welcome back to my channel. And today for you, I have my weekly wax empties, and I do have a few partials in here that I have gotten to melt this week, and I'm very excited to talk about this basket. So let's just get into this, and we'll see if we've been melting any of the same things. Probably not, because my cravings and mood have been all over the place this week. All right. So I've been filming a lot. I've actually filmed 2 videos yesterday that I just got uploaded and scheduled. So this is my third one in 2 days. And this is my favorite video. Like I've mentioned last week, this is my favorite video of the week. So not that I didn't enjoy filming the other videos, because they were hauls. But getting to hear how wax does in people's homes, the scent profiles, that's what I want to know. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Also, don't mind me in my deli container of drink. I don't know what kind of grass is blooming or pollinating outside right now, but it's messing me up. Okay, so I have quite a few Scentsy products here, so I will touch on those first. Get them out of the way, and then we can talk about all the vendor things. Yes, okay. I wrapped up a set of pods of whipped vanilla lavender in my car. I can't smell it anymore in the car, but I can still smell it here in the clamshell, so I will keep that to use in my Scentsy Go. For some reason the Scentsy Go, I don't know, it just seems to work longer with like 2 sets of pods, like a whole set of pods. Like it could do 1 or 2, but it just seems to work better when I can't smell it. I won't say work better, but it does work better. I feel like it dissipates the scent or spreads the scent out more than the mini fan diffuser that I currently have. So when I can't smell it in there, I'll save it for the Go, which I just charged. So hopefully that'll be ready to go. Finished up a bar of pink lemon water in the bathroom, and I got this in May. I think it's one of the clearance flash sales. This is like a rose water and lemon kind of scent. Actually enjoyed it more this go round than when it was like the scent of the month. It's either January, February, a few years ago. Because my nose is changing, and I'm finding that I actually do appreciate a sweet rose blend, but I can't just do it by itself. So I really enjoyed that. I melted that in the bathroom. And then I used the last 2 cubes to melt, because it has the lemon in it. I used the last 2 cubes to melt in my crock when I melted Sand Swept out here in the living room. And this is my very last bar of Sand Swept. This is probably one of my favorite aquatics. It's so nice. There's like something about shores, I can't remember. There's something about a sea stone, sandstone, lemon groves. Something about that is just amazing. It's not one that they brought back. I had this in my club for a hot minute because a good majority of the fresh scents, aquatic type scents, I don't typically enjoy, but the ones that I find I do enjoy are sweet or have a notion of fruit in them. So this performed at medium strong out the gate first, but then the second day it was at a medium strong. Then I was ready for something else, but that stayed in my living room here for like 30 hours. So finished up also a bar of sparkling yellow. This is no longer available. This is a club bar for me. This is like lemonade and pineapple deliciousness. One of my favorite lemon scents. And it's because of the pineapple in this. This, I don't remember where I melted that, which is sad because it's only been a week. but it's one of my favorite lemons, and I just got my Scentsy Club in, so I do have one more in my possession. Today, this morning, I've been up since like 4:50. But today, because I got my club in, I popped in a few citrus bars, and key lime and grapefruit was one of those. I really enjoyed this. This is like, this reminds me of like a bag of like Sour Patch Kids, kind of, again, like all those citric acid sugar coated candies. That's the vibe it gave me. I am definitely clubbing this at the end of the season because this is so enjoyable. The only thing I noticed though is that it didn't last very long, so I don't know if that's just the scent profile or if it's because I'm new or poor. I don't know, but I really enjoyed it, and I did pick it up based on how much Susan Fitzpatrick enjoyed that bar. So I think that one is worth a club spot, as well as Italian Sunshine and Glorious Grapefruit, which I have yet to melt. And one night in my room, I was going through my stash trying to find something heavier bakery to melt in my bedroom. So I used up the last 3 cubes of graham cracker crunch. This bar's in a bag because the oils had separated and it had gotten juicy, and that's not because of the temperature, that's just how old this bar is. And I melted 1 cube of Around the Campfire. This was in my fall stash. And I have this in my club, only 1 bar, and I have 2 or 3, I think 2 more bars coming from the big heat wave sale that should be coming soon. This is sweet and smoky. I can't remember what the notes they describe, but to me this is like a very ember smoke scent with really like charred marshmallows. I think I get a vanilla note in this. They don't state that there is one, but I do. And mix it with the graham cracker crunch, which is just a really rich, beautiful graham cracker with peanut butter. And this is one of the only scents that I thoroughly am obsessed with that has peanut butter in it. I've done a blend of graham cracker crunch and grape granita. That was phenomenal. Even with the floral note in grape granita, I think that's like a honeysuckle. Yeah, so I am determined to either find some more bars of graham cracker crunch or duplicate it. So that is the Scentsy that I've gotten through this week. Okay, let's hit the partials, and then I can get those out of the way. And these are multi-vendor, of course. Another night I had the same rich craving. I seem to want heavy bakery in the evening. Something about it is so comforting to me. So I melted the first row here of Dash of Sanity from Sassy Girl Aroma, which this is phenomenal if you've never tried this. This was in her pumpkin pecan waffle sampler in like the little mini snap bars, but she calls them bricks, or did call them bricks. And I was in love. This is salted caramel, blackberry jam butter cookies, and pumpkin pecan waffles. I absolutely love this scent. This would be year round for me, not just fall and winter. I have to sniff this. You definitely get the caramel, but her PPW is phenomenal. And I don't think that I can just distinctively pick out the blackberry jam butter cookies, but the addition between that and the caramel with the PPW is just magical and delicious, and makes whatever room you melt this in like the air good. So Dash of Sanity would 100% be another repurchase. Another one that was really good is I melted half of my mini loaf here from Second and Spruce in Ruby Red Slippers. This was such a banger. The Ruby Red Grapefruit, Lime Margarita, and Elderberry Syrup. This was so good. I melted the half of this in my living room. I love this. I love the grapefruit. I love the Lime Margarita that she has. in the warmers, the elderberry came out more. So I feel like the elderberry helped tone down the sharpness that a lot of citrus can have. And I found that I really, really enjoyed this. I am hesitant to melt the last half of this and just put it in my stash for safekeeping until it comes up again. But also, I don't want to hoard things. So I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just gonna hold on to this for a hot minute, just like dash of sanity, and figure out what I want to do. Another partial that I have here is I melted through another 2 ounces of Bougie Beach Wedding from Teddy Bees. I love this. We have cozy cookie cake, Earl Grey tea, sweet lavender, and a hint of salty sea air. This performed so much better the second melt. Yeah, I would say the second melt. You definitely got more of the scent profile. More of the cozy cookie cake developed. Really couldn't pick out marshmallow fireside, but I could tell that there was like a sweet creaminess from that with her sugar cookie and the white cake. The Earl Grey is the stunner in this, as well as the lavender. It's just a beautiful, relaxing but bakery combination, and I'm so glad I have the rest of this tub to enjoy, as well as the loaf. Another one that I touched on this week was I melted about half of Ariel's birthday cake that I grabbed from the Round Robin. And Keegan. It was Keegan. I think it was her had put this in the Round Robin for me. This was so good. I like Mac Apple and Salty Sea Air. And I've had it without bakery added, but this was a standout for me. This is Mac Apple, Salty Sea Air, Marshmallow Cake, and Cotton Candy. I really enjoyed the additions of the cotton candy and the marshmallow cake because I felt like that kind of smoothed the edges that Mac Apple can have. And the way that Amanda blended the Salty Sea Air, it just gives it like a fresh aquatic accord without being too much. This was stunning, and I look forward to melting that again. Another Salt Mountain Melts scent that I did, I think, out here in the living room. I chopped into my loaf for my chop and chat and decided to melt some of that. I don't know how much I did though. Of It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To, which is just a beautiful vanilla bakery. You have sugar cookie, birthday cake, and marshmallow cream. But I think the sugar cookie that's in this is Sugar Cookie Royale. This would be a stunning, like, really dense vanilla if you want to use it as a mixer. But it's delicious on its own. I love birthday cake in anything. She's got a really good one. And then her sugar cookie is stunning. So, highly enjoyed that. And look forward to melting that again someday. But for now, it will go in my Salt Mountain Melt stash for next time the craving hits. And that's it for the partials. Okay, so I did also wrap up 2 bags of the cotton balls, Walmart version. One was from my bedroom, one was from out here. I have a few from Teddy Bees this week too. I have 4 from Teddy Bees. Okay. So I finished up this tub of toasted marshmallow sugar cookies. I love this. It sounds simple, but it's sometimes simple is best. When you don't want to think too hard, vanilla bakery is always good if you are a bakery girl. So this is sweet sugar, buttery shortbread, buttercream frosting, vanilla sugar cookie dough, and toasted marshmallows. This was a beautiful stunner in my living room. Melted the last half of this in all the warmers, all the tea lights, the crock, the whole shebang out here, and this went for 12 hours out here. Thoroughly enjoyed that and would be a repurchase. This was gifted to me as part of a D-stash, but I didn't get much from it. And it kind of had like a plastic aroma in the melter and also on cold. This is also from Teddy B's Blueberry Lemon Cheesecake. So I'm not going to chalk it up to the blend itself, but this has notes of creamy cheesecake, blueberries, vanilla buttercream, lemon zest, and sugar cookies. I would have loved to have smelled that fresh. But I wanted to melt it. I think I melted it with some Goose Creek, yeah, because I went through 2 blueberry Goose Creek scents this week too. I also melted my souffle here of Sun and Stars from Teddy B's. This has notes of Palo Santo, blue sugar, shaving cream, and golden sands. I freaking loved this. I'm really discovering that I really love shaving cream scents, and I feel like the combination with the blue sugar and her Palo, I don't know what golden sands is, but this was just a beautiful, cozy, masculine scent. I love cozy masculine scents year round. And Palo for me is also very appropriate for the summertime in the evening for some reason. So I loved that. I would get that again. And that was a strong performer out here. I did the whole souffle, so it was no warmer left behind. So if you should be able to get performance out of a whole souffle in your living room. That's 4. The tins that she uses are actually 4.5, almost 5 ounces worth, but you only pay for the 4. There's plenty of wax for in here. That's a lot. So that also being said, I've also melted one of my souffles here, sugar chestnut apple butter. Sugared chestnuts and apple butter. Lord have mercy. This has apple butter, brown sugar, toasted chestnuts, clove, and notes of spice. I have been craving getting into mindset of melting fall things, but also I've been like still trying to work through some fall or summer juicy, fruity, salty sea air kind of scents. My stash keeps growing, but we're not gonna talk about it. So, but anyway, just on occasion, I want a warm, spiced kind of scent, and this is fabulous. I melted this also in the living room. No warmer left behind, and I have no regrets in finishing this off. This was so good. This was a perfect combo of like a brown sugar and chestnuts with a spiced apple, and I'm here for it. This was so with the air good. And I have one more souffle to enjoy, so I thoroughly enjoyed those. I have 2 here from Goose Creek that I had mentioned before. These were a recent haul. So I tried out Boardwalk Cone. In the living room here, I used the whole clam. This has notes of ripe berries, baked waffle cone, vanilla bean, and brown sugar. You definitely get the waffle cone in here. You definitely get the brown sugar. The berries was stunning. I loved this out here. I think I got maybe 12 hours out of this clamshell. I'm pleased with 12 hours, so that I'm happy that also filled the space. Another one that filled the space, and this was so good. This was a blueberry funnel cake. I did melt a piece of this in the kitchen with that blueberry lemon cheesecake. I think I like this version versus this one. This has sweet blueberry compote, powdered sugar, and fried funnel cake. I don't know. Something about this, the berries note in here doesn't smell like blueberries to me. It just smelled like a darker berry, whereas these ones smelled more blueberry to me with the waffle cone. Like that browned, battered waffle cone. I freaking love this one. But I'll finish it off. I'll finish off the second clam. I think it did okay. From what I can remember, I did do the whole clam in the living room on a morning that I was getting ready for work, but I wanted some bakery. I was like, let's try some Goose Creek. Okay. And I have 3 of mine, and 4 from vendor. So we'll hit vendor. I also use this little snap bar from Spellbound Scents in my bedroom. This is lavender, coconut milk, salty sea air, and toasted marshmallows. She's got a really good blend for this kind of salty lavender blend. It performed very well, lasted a good 12 hours, maybe 18 hours in my bedroom, and it was delicious. So I did appreciate that. And then I have 2 more lavender blends. This, though, I melted in my living room. This was beautiful. From Swanky. Muse, blended with Let Them Eat Cake and By the Fireplace. Use the whole souffle out here. No warmer was left behind, including my 2 tea lights. I freaking loved this. This was a sophisticated lavender, vanilla, get hints of the orchid from the Let Them Eat Cake. But the way that she blended the By the Fireplace in here, it was just a great smoky addition to the Muse, which I do think is their lavender, her house blend, lavender, vanilla, pink sugar blend. I loved this. I would 100% get anything with Muse in it. This was stunning. And I've been really enjoying the Swanky that I have purchased directly from Jeannie. And then 2 from Dessa's Homespun Scents. I finished this also up here in the living room. This is Lavender Fireside Cookies. This is sweet sugar cookies, fresh lavender, and marshmallow fireside type. This was so good. Her sugar cookie was rich and buttery. The lavender is more herbal, but just the way that it was blended with the marshmallow fireside and the sugar cookie, it was comforting, relaxing. It hit all the notes that I wanted for my evening melt. The bakery, the lavender, and the marshmallow fireside. 3 of my favorite things in a home fragrance. Would 1000% get that again. And then in my kitchen today, I'm actually melting this sample of Farm Fresh raspberry jam. That it was pair melting with the key lime and grapefruit Scentsy bar. I like to do citrus with berries. And I also melted a sample of raspberry beignets from Traverse City in the kitchen. I don't know why I don't have it with me, but that is going. I love Dessa's Farm Fresh raspberry jam. It's the one I like. It's like sweet and tart, almost candy-like, performs great, and is stunning. So then lastly, I have 3 that I had melted here. Earlier today, I also melted 2 shapes here of my blend of butterfly creme. This was like leftover in the pour pot when I was pouring the clams from my last RTS. This has lemon bars, pie crust, powdered sugar, and butterfly pea latte, which has like hibiscus, spiced oat milk, vanilla sugar. Those are the notes in that. So pretty. Butterfly cream is just a really different but also familiar, like lemon bakery scent with something different, with something unexpected, and it is so beautiful. And I still have 1 more clam left. This was from 2023. I pulled this out of my fall stash because, like I said, I've been wanting some fall vibes. This is what I called Candy Corn Cuppy, but this is going to be renamed Haunted Pumpkin in my pre-order. This says pumpkin spice buttercream, candy corn, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. These clams are freaking huge. These are like 4.5 ounces. I can't remember. I love cupcakes at Tiffany's. That's my favorite blending oil. It's so good. It's just something about the way that the toffee hits with the vanilla cupcake, and it's just so good, and a great addition to the pumpkin spice buttercream and candy corn. Say less. So finish that up. Then this afternoon, I am melting my messed up label. But anyway, I've got 2 pieces of this clamshell in my bedroom of feather. And I'm melting 4 pieces out here in the living room. 2 in my tea lights and 2 or 1 each in my hummingbird here, and then my owl hoot warmer. Those are 25 watt ceramic warmers. This has Eyelash Type Her Debut perfume dupe, which has mandarin, coconut milk, red raspberry, jasmine, violet, creamy vanilla, amber, tonka bean, oak moss, and white musk, blended with vanilla valentine and marshmallow cream. I'm in heaven, y'all. This has developed so beautifully. I love this profile. Like, I love the eyelash perfume. I need to acquire that perfume. It smells like a me scent. Like, I like to smell sweet. This is definitely sweet, but not too achingly sweet. You know how like some vanilla bakeries can be like too much. This is not that at all. And the way the vanilla valentine and the marshmallow cream just adds additional vanilla without being too gourmand. It's stunning. I'm also offering this in the pre-order. This was something that I have gotten a lot of feedback on. A lot of people love this on cold. Warm it, people, warm it. Once you get it in the warmers, it's gonna be mind-blowing, especially in my 2 tea lights. I wish this air conditioner wasn't running right now, but I'm gonna get up to go to the other side of this coffee table. My living room smells so good. Anyway, that is everything that I've gotten through this week. Why do I want to save like half of a souffle or half of mini loaf? Why do I want to do that? What is that in me that is like, no, don't do it, don't melt it, because I won't have it anymore. I'm referring to my parcels. I'm like, okay, do I want to put them back in my melting basket? Do I want to put them away in the drawer that they belong in? I don't know. The struggle is real, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying what you're melting. I hope you're staying cool. I hope you guys are great, and I will talk to you in the next one. Take care. Bye.